Gamers, what's going on? How's it going? It's John at Gamester81. I am back, and this time we'll be checking out a new Super Nintendo game that came out a couple months ago by Blaze Pro. It is distributed by Retroism. You can get this on Amazon. I'll put a link below for those who are interested in finding out more information about this. This is a brand new fighter for the Super Nintendo, but what's unique about this game is, first off, you don't see many new Super Nintendo games for a reason. It's one of the hardest games to really do new games for, homebrew games that is. I've been working with CollectorVision games and we've been working on a couple of new Super Nintendo games, so I can personally speak from experience on how difficult it is to program for. There's not as many tools out there to program as, let's say, the NES, the classic NES. You see a lot more homebrew games for that. I don't really like the term homebrew to begin with, to be honest with you. It makes it sound like it's made from home and it's a cheap quality game. This is a situation where the game is actually pretty good quality. As if you were to get it, the production quality is almost like store quality, right? There are some flaws, and I'll point those out in the video later on, but overall, it's a pretty decent game. It's a new fighter, and that's kind of unique too, because you don't see many new fighters, but what's cool about it is it's actually developed by a lot of ex-SNK employees, so employees that work for SNK who developed the Neo Geo, a lot of classic fighting games for that system. That system, the Neo Geo, was known for its fighters. King of Fighters, for example, Samurai Showdown, among others. So it's cool to see a new game done in 16-bit. It's 32 megs, so it's a pretty decent-sized cart for the Super Nintendo. There are 6 fighters you can choose from. There are actually 7 characters in the game total. The music's actually pretty decent. The background's good. There's cutscenes. There's a lot of positive things. The controls are decent. But I'm going to show you some gameplay. I'll show you what's included in the box, what you get. You get the box cart manual. Production quality is really good, in my personal opinion. And then I'll share with you at the very end of the video my final thoughts. Let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching. So here's a closer look at the cartridge itself. It's got this like dark smoke, kind of almost transparent cartridge, if you can see. Very cool. And it's done like a Super Famicom cart, so it will fit in NTSC systems as well as Famicom systems, which is awesome. Makes more sense, I guess. You can appeal to more people that way. Here's a tray that the cart would come in. Here's a cartridge, nice glossy box. Here's the back, very similar to what you'd see in a standard Super Nintendo. It's got the UPC code, everything like that. It's pretty sweet. Original 101 fighting game, dynamic combat, 32 megs, compatible with the Super Nintendo system. Blaze Pro is based in Hong Kong. They've done other games before. So here's a nice quality manual. One thing you notice that the English in this is a little off. Not a big deal, but if you read this, some of the English is a little bit off. That's no big deal though. It's made in Hong Kong, so you kind of expect that a little bit. It doesn't really take away from the game at all. Here's some controls. Back is to block. I love the stages. There's a lot of different unique stages in the game. The music is good. There's several different soundtracks in the game. It's got a very cool anime style look to it, which is awesome. Huge fan of that. And then the fighting style is good. Game system here, the different characters. You got Blaze. They're different. Emily, Reinhardt, not to be confused with Reinhardt from Overwatch, but you can different characters. Every character has, 5 or 6 different moves. Wurzel, Kronos, Nightmare, she's probably my favorite, and Catatonia is like the main demon person you're supposed to fight. You can't play as him, but he's who you fight at the very end of the game. There's story mode, there's various modes, there's survival mode, there's practice mode, there's versus mode, and I haven't played this game in 2-player yet, but I'd imagine the gameplay in 2-player is a lot better than playing versus your computer. I'll explain why in a second. So let's take a look at the gameplay, and let me know what you guys think. Thanks. So you turn on the game, this is the main title screen. There's different modes as I mentioned before. There's rankings, there's options. There's 3 different difficulties. You can turn the sound on and off. Not sure why you'd want to turn it off necessarily. I actually like the music in this particular game. Here you start with story mode. And there's 2 teams basically in the game. And I'll show you, you can choose between three characters on each team. So there's a total of 6 different characters you can choose from. Here's kind of intro story. I did notice that it does go really fast, so it's hard to read because it just gets really fast. You have Blaze, Reinhardt, Emily, Nightmare, Wurzel, and Kronos. Do Nightmare. Because I'm perverted like that, I guess. First character you play is Reinhardt. Again, I'm a big fan of the anime style You can see the backgrounds, very dynamic backgrounds. They have a 2-layer scrolling as well effect, which is nice. But you notice here that he's just kind of standing there. This is on easy mode. I noticed that the first couple rounds, the enemy, the person you're fighting, the opponent, just doesn't really do anything on easy mode anyway. But then on hard mode, the game gets really, really tough. You can see now Emily's starting to move now. This particular stage reminds me of, I guess, Balrog stage. Or, yeah, Balrog. His stage is in Capcom. Not bad. I guess the character sprites are a little bit smaller than I would expect, but not a huge deal. There are combo moves you can see there you can do. And as you progress, your opponents get more difficult, of course. Very cool looking cars in the background. After every couple battles, there are cutscenes in the game. Love the music in this particular stage. It's really cool. So once you get to this mansion, so you have to get basically to this mansion, and you have to fight that main demon guy I showed you before, Emmanuel. One thing kind of cool is that every character has its own unique stage, which is nice. Overall, I do like this game. I think the music's good. I think the controls are decent. They can be better, of course. The AI can be better. So the game's certainly not perfect. But considering it's a new game for the Super Nintendo, it's a new fighting game. If you're into fighters, I definitely recommend it. If you're into the Super Nintendo, I definitely recommend it. I give kudos to Blaze Pro for putting this together, because I can imagine it's a lot of work to do this game. I think the production quality is good and solid. Here's this Catatonia guy, demon. But I do definitely recommend it. I'll put a link below to Amazon in case you guys want to find more information. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for following me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing. We'll see you guys soon. Take care, and game on.